Zeke, let's talk about New York again and Hillary Clinton. She has released an ad in New York that targets Donald Trump. The New York primary is more than 2 weeks away. Why go after Trump now?
There are two reasons. One is that going after Donald Trump, even in a Democratic primary, shows that you have the fight, that you have the, she's trying to set up that contrast of her versus Donald Trump is a fight that Democrats would like to see. And you look at the polling, whether it be women, whether it be men. Basically, every demographic group she currently leads Donald Trump at in New York and nationwide. So that's something that she's looking to draw that contrast of the electability side of things. The other one is that she wants it to be a two-person race, and by really her and Donald Trump avoiding that primary. She doesn't want to go after Bernie Sanders if she doesn't have to. So going after Donald Trump can sort of build that excitement up without, while also trying to pretend that there's really no primary going on.
In last night's town hall, John Kasich talked about poll numbers that shows that he is the only candidate that could beat Hillary Clinton. Even in a recent Quinnipiac poll, he's the only Republican there with a favorable rating, but yet he is in third place in many polls. What do you make of his pivot then to the general election?
John Kasich is absolutely right that if you look at general election surveys, he does very well. But his challenge is, how does he get there? And that's really difficult for him. He would have to win 117% or so of the remaining delegates. Mathematically impossible for him to win the nomination on the first ballot. He's betting on a contested convention, which first means you have to stop Donald Trump, and then it means that you have to overcome this really deep deficit of delegates. He currently has 170 some odd delegates, and he needs a heck of a lot more between now and the convention to even be a viable third option, whether after Donald Trump and Ted Cruz in Cleveland. He's hoping that it's in his home state, a city that's doing very well, that he'll be able to make that case to the voters and the delegates on the floor. But it really does require him performing well in the Northeast, Pennsylvania, New York, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and ultimately New Jersey on June 7th, for him to really say to delegates, hey, I'm actually a real viable alternative, and I have the potential to win in November, which the other two candidates don't.